Race morning, there's an excitement and there's a buzz in the air. It starts in transition where the athletes are racking their bikes, and it works its way down to this start area where everybody's gathered, get ready for the big day they've all been training for. As a coach on race morning, I like to scan the faces of the athletes that I know. You can see whether they're in the zone or not. Some will be joking, light, jovial, and that's how they keep loose. Others will be stoic, stern-faced, maybe even grimacing in anticipation of the effort that they're going to have to put out. Generally with my athletes, I try and encourage them to have a refocusing strategy on race morning. I like to remind them to think about just the first 50 or 100 meters of the swim, really hone in their focus and get their race face on. And speaking of getting their game face on, it's time for me to get my game face on too. Have a great day. Carpe diem, seize the day.
Hello, welcome to the Power Buff Triathlon. You will notice the athletes lining up to start. Some athletes like to carry their Power Buff gel with them during the swim. Others like to go on pure adrenaline.
3,
2, 1, action!
Some people stand around stoic in anticipation, while others joke around jovingly.
1, 2, 3, action!
Some people may stand around stoic in anticipation, while others may joke around jovingly.
Bon Jovi.
Some people may stand around stoic in anticipation, while others may joke around jovingly.
Bon Jovi.
The sport of triathlon has for a long time been leaders in bicycle technology and innovation. In particularly, Blue Competition cycles have really pushed and raised the bar. Blue Competition has spent thousands of hours in the wind tunnel creating a bike which is light, quick, and cuts the wind like a knife. Starting with the handlebars, you're able to set up in a low aerodynamic position riding on your forearms, and that keeps you a low profile to the wind. Note that the shifters are at the end of the bar. For easy access, you don't have to move your arms around to move into a different gear. We have narrow brake levers and an aerodynamic carbon fiber flat bar. As we move down the bike, you can also see a wide, knife-like fork, which also will cut the wind with a deep rim. The deep rim means less spoke surface and less spokes and turbulence in the wind.
Action.
Okay. Now we're moving on to the bike portion of our race here at the Buff Sport Triathlon. Notice these handlebars have brakes on them.
Oh yeah, brakes.
And the pedals that we put our feet on, we spin them and the tires go round.
Oh yeah, round.
And the seat, we sit on it and get ourselves pedaling, and the bike then moves.
Oh yeah.
Here at the Buff Sport Triathlon.
A lot of thought goes into shoe selection for the triathlon. It's not just a matter of picking the best looking shoe off the rack. Looking at this New Balance 805, first what you're going to see is a very low profile sole. Typically, if you're out for a training run, you might want something with more cushioning, but for racing, you want a firmer sole, which is going to return all the impact that you put into the ground. Basically, you're not going to lose any energy through excess cushioning. Of course, grip and traction is important, and you're going to pick your sole according to the terrain that you're going to run on. This has got some traction for the trails here, which is useful. If you're running on the road, you would use a nice flat bottom shoe.
And now, moving on to the most important part of the Buff Sport Triathlon, the run. Now normally, some people choose to wear racing flats, but for the terrain that we'll be running on today, we're going to be using the New Buff. This New Buff shoe has great traction and great air ventilation for your feet. This will get you through the rough terrain. This shoe will help us complete the Buff Sport Triathlon.
Oh yeah, run baby, run.